Hi, how are ya?
Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this one, I'll be playing yet another game from my library for an hour, and I'll rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. The game I've chosen is Little Nightmares. It seems pretty fun, and without further ado, let's get into the video. The game starts off with you just basically dreaming, I guess, about this random woman. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Then you wake up in a suitcase. Of course, I spent a little while moving around, seeing how the actual controls play, and they're pretty smooth as far as I can tell. Eventually, I start making my way out of that strange small room, and actually start making some progress on the story. You crawl through some vents after getting out of the room, and it's at this part that you truly understand just how tiny you are. Like, damn. Also big chains. A few rooms later, which consist of like nothing except for a guy hanging out, you fall into this room, which is just covered in leeches, which you just simply run through. It's pretty simple, actually. After a few more rooms, you get greeted with this guy. Now, don't he look interesting? Not long later, you're greeted with this room, which, yeah, is a giant eye, and obviously from the children that are just kind of standing there, you can see that if it looks at you, it probably ain't gonna be that good. Like, most likely. Probably. For a chance. A bit of fooling around later, I'm greeted with this guy. And I gotta say, ain't that guy just like a little adorable little gnome? Like, I'm so happy that I was able to hug this guy, because goddamn, I would've. I'll finally start progressing in the story, which took a little minute next to the gnome guy, but eventually make it to this room, which is a room full of kids. Messed up. And now this guy's is also messed up. Like, don't just leave. After he leaves, I try to wake up this kid for way too long, but eventually I get back on my journey. So what feels like kind of randomly, this kid starts suffering some massive stomach issues, like they real bad. Like, just listen to it. Like, that should probably be checked out like by a doctor or something. Like, oh, that was bad. Thankfully, our character didn't have parents, so she ate this food from a stranger without hesitation, immediately. A little while after, after a long while after, I stumble into this room, which Okay, I don't mean to state the obvious here, but I think it might have a giant eye. Which is a camera, I guess. Goddamn. That's weird. Once reviewing all the weird cameras, I quickly move on, but of course, as a gentleman, I decide to close the door behind me on the way out. This room is also where my first death happened, because of a stupid thing called gravity. I'm really annoyed, just like really annoyed about this death. Shouldn't have happened. Like, why would a key there? But obviously at like the spot I'm meant to be going. Like I know it's like a route down, but like but when I finally get to the key, it's do the common thing. I grab the key real quickly and I make my way out. No hesitation. I don't bother with anything petty like revenge. I shouldn't do that. It's just a game. It doesn't actually try to like out me for anything. It's just a game. Sadly, our characters are beginning to experience more of those tummy aches. And, Valley's a little something. Like, that was so obviously a trap. I get the hunger and all, but like, come on. I feel so bad for this kid. I'm like, so for real. After using a genius strategy to escape, I had to use this boy's cage to make it get out. The whole section that you just avoid the whole time plays out, but eventually you get to this latch, which is too loud, of course, and so eventually it comes after you and you get out of there. A little bit of vent crawling later, you stumble into a shoe room. And inside that shoe room is of course another monster in the shoes. But a simple hop and a skip later, and you get out of there pretty easily. And then this guy shows up again. Like, of course he does. Why wouldn't he? and one small romantic elevator ride together later eventually leaves. And so do I. I then enter the floorboards, where I find a gnome and the other guy, the big guy. Big? I don't know about big, but let's just go with that. Sadly, that's basically where the game ended for me. I got stuck in this section where I got this ended, but I had no idea what to do. I was seriously confused. I tried luring over there, I tried just hanging around, but I just couldn't figure it out. And now for what I thought of it. I enjoyed myself for most, if not the entire game. And so I think, right now, after the entire hour and a little bit of time has passed, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Now I want to point out that I only played an hour of the game, so do not take my assessment as correct or the absolute. So, just play the game yourself, I reckon. Bye.